everybody. Todd's over there. I'm across from him, and John's our lone couch potato. As always, we do numbers, and we do Todd's tips, and this video is our numbers for VO Marketing Pro, Hudson Barsness Voiceover Talent LLC, and Todd Barsness Voiceover Talent LLC.
This just came to me.
Okay.
Do we want to, just since this is a lot of times, more than just voiceover people watch this, but we kind of push this toward VO Marketing Pro and, voiceover people. Do we want to talk about some of the people, like Bill DeWeese, Mallory, Alex, VO Merch, or do we want to do that at another time?
We sure can. If you want any voiceover-inspired merch,
like cups or hats or T-shirts or all
you
sorts
name
of things.
it. Mike Cathcote's got it. VOmerch.com. Go check it out and get yourself something. And then we've also got Bill DeWeese Live, as we mentioned in our last video. If you're looking for a coach, you're starting in voiceover, stuff like that, check out Bill DeWeese. His son also, his son and daughter, Alex and Mallory. Mm-hmm. Mallory's a coach for Fiverr. She's also a voiceover talent. And then Alex does all the stuff, audio engineering. We've got it down in the description, so check that out. There you have it. If you have any questions about these, if you want to share your numbers, put them in the comments section, and we try to answer all the questions. That's what all the YouTubers say that have lots of comments and stuff. So we usually get about 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry,
Please do.
Little advertising there. So
we'll start with VOMP as we always do.
All right. So another good week. 60 warm responses.
That was even more than last week.
Yeah, I think a few more. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
38 auditions. And 5 jobs. So we had Todd Haskell, Mike Stout, Randy Scott, Bill DeWeese, and Kim Young.
Woo!
Yeah, that's 5.
It just goes to show, for a while there we were talking about all the women that were doing so well. With lots of auditions and lots of really nice warm responses and jobs. Mm-hmm. We were posting those in the Facebook. And the last 2 weeks, some of the guys have been going on a run here, which is great to see. It's good to see anybody get jobs, but it's nice.
Yep.
Just reinforces that it works, I guess.
Yeah, these are some of the people that have been with us the longest.
We were talking last week again about just VO direct marketing math. Doing lots of fishing, doing it for a long time, and not being a finicky fisherman. And we just see that over and over again, don't we? That sure, there are anomalies. There are people that just start out, they book a job in the first month, but typically it is a long haul mentality. And you've got to put a lot of numbers out there and do it for a long time. But some of these people, all of them, I'll say most of them, are people that we regularly report on that have been with us for 6 months, 12 months, 16, 18 months, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and one thing, there's been a few, we've had some inquiries lately to join VOMP, and that's great, and we're adding people. We appreciate that, and we want to stay small to a point because we want to really work at getting the people that we work with currently get jobs and keep proving that to them, and it gives us a way to be on a more personal level working with them, and we really like that. So I don't know if we'll ever be a huge company, but we do take inquiries, and we do add people. But I was also thinking a couple people have asked in the inquiries, this is a good time to join. And I would say kind of any time, depending on what you want to do for your business, is a good time. But I will say that we do see a little bit of a slowing down come in a little bit here because of the holiday season and stuff, and people start going on trips. So that doesn't mean that it still can't work, because you're still sending emails out. We still see jobs come in, but this time of year was when it slows down a bit. End of budgets, I think, too, for video production companies. They're gearing up for the next year. Like I said, holidays. kids have off for their winter vacations, and so some families head out on vacation. So that we just see that. So I've just told people, we try to be honest, is to let them know that, make their own decision. But some of them are going to start in the beginning of the year just because can be a slower time.
Yeah, and I totally get that. I think that's being transparent. I think that's, why put out, like if November, December, because of all the holidays and stuff, it slows down just a bit. But the other side of thinking is the long haul side of thinking is so if you're only going to try this for a few months and you're going to do it from January to, let's say, June, well, things can sometimes slow down around the summer months. And so if you're just trying to find this perfect window, there isn't a perfect window.
Correct.
And so, for me, if things, especially the first few years, things did slow down around the holidays, but you just keep marketing. You just keep doing it. You just keep fishing. You just keep pouring numbers into the funnel and servicing the people, being client centric. Again, that's not to take anything away from people that want to. And if you want to, you can try it for a few months. It just very rarely, very, very, very rarely works for people to just try it. So I guess my point on the side of it is you're going to have to probably be in it for a year or so.
Oh yeah.
Or 3 to really try to. You can't dip your toe in direct email marketing.
Well, you've been in it for how many years? How long have you done it?
I'm in my 13th year.
Yeah, so you've been doing it for 13 years. I'm a year and a half. And there are still times, as people watch, my numbers aren't crazy, right now. And I'm a year and a half in, just a little bit over. So I have good weeks and I have some down weeks. And those, making those downs be less low and making those ups, keeping them level as you.
Yeah, so if you can wait, if the person can wait, if the people can wait till January, more power to you to start then. It's maybe more of a psychological thing.
Yes.
Is that, okay, good. Now we're starting out. Everybody's going to, but I'll tell you this, job-wise, January is traditionally my worst month.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And the reason is I think people have a hangover, maybe physically or just, they're just not ready. And there are people that are ramping up, especially e-learning companies.
The holiday
their
hangover.
Stuff in. Yeah, the budgets are coming in, and it takes a while for people to kind of get ramped up from the new year. And the new year is something everybody, it's not like specifically to the United States or the United States and Canada. The new year is something worldwide. Everybody celebrates a new year. And so people in India and,
Pakistan.
the UK, Germany, all these different places, they celebrate the new year. And so again,
no, I'm glad you said that.
Advice, but I'm just working. We're just talking.
Yep. And I totally agree with you. That wasn't meant, I wasn't trying to be negative. I'm just, or say that I'm just letting people know that that's what we see. And so that doesn't mean
have
that
the right expectations as we're moving into the hearing
you
it
might
from
see
people.
That, hopefully, I think what we'll see here is seeing a more consistency with people that have been in it for a long time. Yeah. So the holidays and the times that maybe we see some dips in, warm responses or auditions or jobs, that will, like Hudson's business, like your business did, is be more gradual. Mm-hmm. But we do see that doesn't mean it isn't a good time to jump in. It's not going to matter in some respects when you do it. Just jump in.
Yep.
But
yeah, if you want to wait,
wait,
your prerogative, no problem at all. Yep. You're just going to have to get in and stay in if you really want to make hay, if you will. Yep. So thank you for that.
Yeah. All right, on to my numbers. This week I had a good week. I was right out of the gates. I was busy. I got 2 jobs from a recurring client. It's actually Shell. I've worked with them a couple of times, and they've sent me 4 projects now in the last month. So that's been huge. Just huge. And then I got a job on Upwork, and then I do have another job in the balance. It's a guy that I've worked with multiple times before, another recurring client, but I haven't worked with him for a while. So he just got a hold of me and said he's got 5 videos, and so I sent him a sample, and he's going to get back to me soon. So I haven't added that to my numbers. I also edited for you for 10 hours. So altogether with those jobs, I had $1,220 this week, and that's not including the possible $200 or anything that comes in at the end. So that's my numbers for this
Nice.
week. I had 2 auditions and 8 warm responses. I don't know if I said that, but yeah.
You're shooting for 500 a week, and
I got
you
720 over.
doubled that plus. Yeah. That's great. That's a good send into the next week. And from last week, you told us about 2 huge jobs.
Yep, I haven't heard
one is
anything
really
back.
huge, and one is kind of medium
Is
huge
another
for you.
huge. Yeah, they're both huge.
Yeah, that even if you own one of those, that'd be fantastic.
it would
That would
be.
help out your year quite a bit. But those are still out there, and you haven't heard anything negative. So hopefully your hat's still in the ring. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, for me, I had kind of an interesting thing. A gentleman by the name of Josh out in the Northeast. I won't tell his full name and his production company, but he hadn't. I worked with him a fair amount from like 2015 and 2016 up to 2017. You know, a few projects a year. Haven't heard him from since 2017. Well, he had a project,
Nice.
and I didn't ask him why. I just thought, don't ask, don't tell, kind of.
Sounds good.
If he shows up at my doorstep, I'll take the work. So that was nice. It was just a quick turnaround for $250. My platforms, I haven't been doing much on voices.com. They're changing again. And I don't know. You guys know me. We talk about it a lot. I spent a couple of years grumpy with Fiverr. And there's reasons to be grumpy with Fiverr. And then there's, I don't know, we probably are getting close to $400,000 that we've made on Fiverr since 2016.
And
so
a lot of it's been made in the last 3 years.
Yeah, and so there's reasons not to be grumpy with Fiverr.
Yes.
Obviously.
About 100,000 reasons a year.
Yeah, to be thankful. And so that's what that's what I think about a lot. But Voices is changing. I left Voice 123 because it just didn't make sense to me, some of their stuff. I tried to communicate with them. It didn't work. Voices.com is just so huge that I just don't. It's just not, they've changed things. That's all I'll say. People that are in voiceover know what I'm talking about. And so I'm just not doing a whole lot with them right now. I was, and I think maybe this year I know I'll make the most ever from Voices, but that's going to change quite a bit probably next year. So anyway, all that to say, when I say to about my platforms, I'll make sure that I tell you going forward, what I make on Voices, but it probably won't be much. So this is going to be all Fiverr. And I just don't do very much on Upwork. I'd like to do more, but I don't right now. Trying to get some traction. So anyway, all that to say, my platforms, which are Fiverr, $2,876 this week. $2,876. My direct email marketing clients, 4,010, for a total of $6,886. $6,886. Now, that seems like a lot, but over the last 5 or 6, I've been in the 8, 9, and 1 week I had 11,000. So this almost felt like a slow week.
But I'm sure it's pretty nice to have a little bit of a respite from
It's been nice
being
couple days.
so hectic.
Nice couple days out in weather-wise to be able to get out a little bit.
Yeah, I did a little work around the house and stuff, and it is nice. But you know what we were talking about, not in our last video, in the do's and don'ts for Todd's tips, we were talking about not riding the waves of emotions. You can have a week like this, and if there's a start of a slow week next week, you can start to go, even when you make a lot of money and have a lot of clients, you can start to go, what's going on here? I've had a lot of good weeks. Now I don't have good weeks. So just got to be careful that you don't get emotional.
Yep.
Sensitive. Well, thank you, Johnny, for coming and doing the
You bet.
VOMP numbers. Dad, always thanks for showing us up, and I'm catching up. He doesn't do that. He doesn't brag.
Well, no. There's going to be a time. I know there's going to be a time.
I believe
I'm believing in it too.
You mark my words. I don't know when it'll be. It might be a year from now. It might be 3 years from now.
You're saying it on October 28th, 2022.
There will be a day where we come here and he'll have made more than I. And it won't because...
I hope it's soon, because there's a chance that if I do get one job, I could make more than you that week.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Watch as he
I'd like
makes
that.
a ton that week somehow, and you still pass me. Anyway. Thank you. And let us know in the comments if you have any questions. If you want to share your numbers, please do. We'd like to see more people share their numbers just to see how they're doing. So thanks again, and we'll see you on the podcast.